Work can be found in many private and public collections. The latest solo exhibition is called City of Gold, Cash for Scrap. And this body of work aims to invoke the city. It's a mapped geometric organization in juxtaposition to the flow of messy humans who move through it and give it meaning. The exhibition will be on display from the 7th to the 30th of March 2019 at the gallery in Johannesburg. And Toni-Ann is in studio with us this morning to tell more about that. A very good morning to you, Toni-Ann. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me on Morning Live.
It's an absolute pleasure. It's good to have you with us this morning. I mean, the title itself, it's so catchy. What is this exhibition about?
I'm an artist that works in a very exciting environment. I'm in Doornfontein in a big building called Auguste House, and we're very unique in that there are over 50 artists, contemporary artists working in that building. We all have our separate studios, but we have the stimulation and the companionship that if we do need help and advice, we are all working together. So I don't know if I mentioned there are over 50 artists there. And I've been in Auguste House for the past 3 years, and the environment has changed my work enormously in that I'm very excited and stimulated by the environment around me, the poverty. Also, when I look out of my window and I see the poor people and I see how they reuse every small piece of rubbish that they can find so that they can earn a living. And this goes straight to my heart. And the reason it goes straight to my heart is because in my early career, I never had very much confidence. And I used to tear up my work and I would rubbish it. So being in Auguste House, I started to see the connection between the rubbish outside and how I felt about my work. And it changed me. And my work is very much about cutting up failed work, unresolved work, and remaking it. So,
at what point did you start embracing and loving your work, and what inspired it?
Within a year of being at Auguste House, I started becoming very excited, and I'd finally found a truthfulness in my work that didn't necessarily come from a personal place, whereas my early work was incredibly personal, something that they encourage when you study at university. And I've let that go, and my work is very much about in the environment that I'm working in.
Yeah. I mean, your work is described as committed to a process of construction and deconstruction.
Yes.
How so? In what way? Do you want to take us through that?
When my work does not, if it fails, in other words, I just cannot resolve it. So I literally take a pair of scissors and I cut it up, and it becomes collage for new work. It is a process that I've always used, but it was always a negative process, so the pieces I cut up were thrown away. Today, those pieces are very valuable. I have boxes of cut-up work that becomes part of new work. So this work is very much about the work that's the failed work reconstructed.
You make it sound so easy. I mean, everyone who's listening to this interview right now would actually think that anyone can just cut up anything and then boom, here's a work of art. Yet it's not.
It's a lie. You know, I'm in my 60s now, and this has been a process that has evolved and taken many, many years to get me to be where I am today.
What goes into it? I want to know, like, specifically what goes into just cutting up stuff to come up with a piece of work.
It's consistent, hard work, 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours every day that gets you to where I am today. Okay. And the blessing is that I'm passionate about what I do, and in many ways it's not work. But when things don't work out, that's when the hard work comes in. And that's when I cut up and have to save the pieces. Okay. I work very much on chance and the accident. And nothing is ever planned. I will put out a piece of raw canvas. I only work on raw canvas. I use inks and ballpoint pens. I don't use paint at all. My early career was very much about drawing, and it's only in my later career in the last 3 years that I've become abstract.
Okay. We don't have much time, Toni-Ann, unfortunately, but do you want to take us through, remind us of the details of this exhibition?
My exhibition is on Thursday, the 7th of March at Gallery 2 at 6 p.m. And it's open studios and open galleries throughout Johannesburg. So you not only can come to my exhibition, you can walk through Johannesburg to all the open galleries and see many, many exhibitions. So it's a very exciting evening.
I think I must make my way there because I'm particularly interested in knowing how you could make something so difficult yet so simple. But
Yes.
Toni-Ann, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was award-winning contemporary artist Toni-Ann Ballenden talking to us about her latest body of work called A City of Gold, Cash for Scrap, that's set to be on display from the 7th to the 30th of March at Gallery 2 in Johannesburg. We'll have your sports after this break.